Be live now.
Between different
I
runners.
guess we'll see.
But right after that, we're going to see probably one.
I'm actually gonna mute this just so we can see how my mic sounds. I'm gonna mute this just so we can see how my mic sounds. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I had it. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I had it. Sounds fine to me. Alright. I'm gonna unmute this.
How much time? 15 seconds?
Yeah, every single cycle that you lose in Morton's Castle can make a difference of up to 17 seconds.
Yeah.
God's getting 40 stars, a shame there. So every time you go through the end of the level, unless it's a castle or a ghost house, you're going to pass through a gate. Now, if you hit the hole on the gate, you're going to get so many stars according to where you
Alright,
hit
this
it.
game is crazy hard. I don't know how Nintendo, I guess it was Rareware, huh? Oh, fuck me, am I right?
You notice one issue right there with Dots. He was trying to go through that door. Doors are a little bit fickle in Super Mario World. If you're running at full speed, it's a 3-frame input to put in a door input. So you'll see runners sometimes either slow down early or
it's all over now.
Miss it entirely. It's very difficult to pull off. Right here, Truman's going to be picking up a Yoshi for a very specific reason coming up. There's going to be a glitch that he's going to perform in the very first stage of the next world.
Yeah, boy.
And that's going to allow him to save quite a lot of time.
Okay. DK.
263 for Aaron.
Donkey
that means he had the
Kong.
fastest flight speed possible coming out of Donut Plains 3.
You could see Aaron like just clearly staring at the screen, looking at the backgrounds, trying to make sure he could set his flight speed just as.
And Dot's also getting a 263. You can tell that these runners really know what they're doing when it comes to obtain the fastest flight speed. It's very subtle. Visually, it's hard to tell the difference. But these runners have been doing it for a long time.
As somebody who's casually on this game a bit, I don't even know how they see it, but it's an acquired skill for sure. Here we see Truman doing Morton fly. He's
I know
spin flies
I guess it doesn't look that bad.
Cycle. He's also trying to get
I was gonna say, I know the
board all the way
gameplay isn't the best quality, but just looked over at the stream, doesn't look that bad.
Pretty much fine there.
Springboard's a good idea because with the absence of the green switch, you have to perform a one-tile fly. Not fun.
Great job.
That was a great Morton's Castle. Great Morton's Castle.
Alright, isn't there something up here?
We're going to see Aaron and Dots both get an opportunity to go in there while we watch Truman get this cutscene.
No, I guess not. What do I need this for? It's for this.
While Dots and Aaron show us exactly what we just saw, I do want to take just a quick moment.
Oh,
There's a
damn
big
it.
glitch that's about to happen.
Despawn.
So I want to explain what it is. You can use Yoshi wings to end a level early in stages that they're available in, but they're not available in very many stages. And so one option is you can duplicate blocks in a very specific way to glitch the game.
Oh, is that just letting me know what's happening?
That aren't meant to be there. So
What's
what you're going to
poppin'?
see these runners doing, and I have to explain it fast because
I'm
it's
Mary
about to happen
Poppins,
faster than
y'all.
you can tell. You're going to see.
Aaron dying at the top of Morton. That's a very costly death.
So you're going to see 2 quick block duplications that happen. That's going to allow one of the blocks to change its properties in order to have Yoshi wings inside
Oh,
them.
damn it.
All right, so the first step is that. He needs to grab the Yoshi coin, and now there's a glitched block there. He needs to duplicate it. Yes? No?
Fuck this.
Okay.
There are the wings. Oh!
Motherfucker. Good thing I got that extra
All
life.
right, so he actually managed to get him.
Not
Oh,
as
I got
smooth
the
as you'd
trick
like,
one,
but
too.
still saving time considerably overall going through the actual intended path through that stage.
Yeah, between doing the rest of the stage and the 10 seconds of fanfare that you get anytime you go through an exit gate, that can save about, I think, 40 seconds.
Dots coming up here on the same trick.
Oh, fuck. These hitboxes suck.
Truman's trying to hold on to the shell. It's very easy to accidentally run the shell into an enemy and just kill them instantly. He's trying to drop the shell in front of him in order to kill an enemy and then use that and re-grab that shell by spinning it.
Dots catching up a bit of time getting that.
That was a
considerably quicker than
excellent.
Truman did.
His time on the clock grabbing those wings were 371. That's really excellent work.
Yeah, just decreasing that gap even more between the 2 teams. And Aaron coming up on the same level in a moment. The death in Morton's obviously cost him a pretty pretty decent amount of time, but he's got his cape back. He had to backtrack a bit and go back to get a cape
There we
because
go.
of some of the strats in these levels.
Alright.
Yeah, there's definitely still a lot of room for position change.
Definitely.
Fuck this.
We have a $200 donation from
God damn it.
Bucket of Beef that says, "Go Team Boom Boom."
Motherfucker.
Dot's just managed to pull off a technique there called sticky fly. If you pull up right against the ceiling in just the right way, you can actually, Mario will stick to it across the entirety of the ceiling.
What's the swag rating on that trick?
Not very high.
No. Okay. Just keep us posted on
6
that.
out
if
of
you
10.
can. Oh, that's not bad.
Better than average.
Yeah.
Alright, so there are a lot of options that Truman has.
My-
right now.
whoa,
He
dude,
has a
my
little
name's
bit of a lead,
Funky
so he can
Kong.
really choose what strats he wants to use in the stage.
374 wins for Aaron.
Excuse me.
Very nice.
So you got the initial flight. Getting that flight speed there actually can be very challenging, so impressive that he pulled it off.
How do I switch? I forget. Like that. There we go.
But now he has to make the choice. There's a variety of methods he can use to get through the next section with the raft. He's going to pick up Yoshi, but what he does with it, I have no idea.
Dot's looking over, trying to see what.
Oh, I know what he's doing with it.
What happens to Truman so that he can kind of react to
DK.
some strats. And he's doing the
Donkey
raft
Kong.
skip.
Oh!
Wow. What was the swag level on that trick?
Let's
That's
go,
an 11
baby.
out of 10.
Wow.
That is an extremely risky trick. It saves quite a lot of time. It is very challenging to pull off too. It combines like 3 or 4 different glitches into one, and
Really a big boom for Team Boom Boom there, just being able to pick up that time. We'll
that's
see
about
if, Dot's tries.
that's about 7 seconds faster than the safest strat. And I think
Alright,
another
let's save this.
4
Now let it despawn.
seconds
Well,
faster than the typical
now let this
rack
despawn.
fly that strong runners would choose.
Dot's still not having to do any strats that he doesn't want to do.
Oh, fuck.
Plenty of other places to make up time in this run.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what he ends up doing here.
Dots is making a smart choice right now of picking the much more
All the way back at the
consistent and really
beginning.
not a huge time difference
Fuck.
choice. You know, he
Fuck this.
is able to make it through there with
These
almost 100%
hitboxes suck.
certainty, and it really isn't a huge difference. in time.
Considerably less swag, though.
Considerably
less.
So the next castle coming up is one that you would not see in the No Star World route. This is Lemmy's Castle. Magic Koopa can be a real pain. By not defeating Magic Koopa at the beginning, makes this strategy a bit more difficult on Truman. Seems to be having no problems with it, though. Nice room 1.
Yeah, there are consistent setups there for making sure that you don't end up getting screwed over by Magic Koopa. All right, we see Aaron right now going into VD3. He gets his pick. You know, he can go for some really risky strats to try to make up that time, or he can just try to basically continue along and hope that Truman and Dots make some error.
I couldn't get this streaming setup to work for a while. No. Oh, I got it.
This stage
All
right
right,
here,
cool.
you know, in a manner of speaking, it can be considered an auto-scroller. You do have to wait on some of these cycles here, but you can skip quite a lot of them.
Because like
and
this,
Truman did a
the
great
capture
job
was
with
coming up black and white because I was putting in the wrong input. Like a freaking old man.
We have a $500 donation from BK that says, "Good luck, Aaron,
DK.
Truman, and Dots. Off good game.
Donkey
Team Boom
Kong.
Boom, Team
Ah, you
Resnar, and
bitch.
Team Birdo."
I did it again.
You probably have time for a couple more donations.
No problem. We have a $40 donation from Ballistic Buddha that says, "Shoutouts to the Yoshi Bongos." We have a $10 donation from Simon W that says, "Good luck to Truman from all the way back home. Remember to be speedy quick and make your heart proud."
Aw, did not mean to throw that.
We have a $200
think I
donation from
break
Pat
something
D
down
that
there.
says,
Ooh.
"Go Team Resnar."
Fucker!
speedrun representing the state of Ohio, which actually doesn't have anything else to do in it but speedrunning, from what I can tell. A lot of speedrunners from Ohio. Really cool Buckeye Speed Bash just happened, but they got LeBron.
So that stage looks challenging for everything to line up, but this is another instance of you almost have to imagine that the designers of Super Mario World had sort of speedrunning in mind.
Yeah.
It just feels like everything lines up perfectly. Truman is probably going to go for a really crazy strat here. Yep.
I like that idea.
K O N G K O.
So he's going to bail out of that strat right there. He was setting up for a strat called Cookie Mountain Boss Kill. You spawn a
There we go,
glitched,
finally.
fake, whatever you want to call it, Koopa Kid through a series of really complicated glitches and timings. And then you kill it with fire and jump back on Yoshi, and the stage ends as if you've just beaten a castle.
Yeah, this
Oh,
game
God.
has a lot of very broken aspects to it, especially when it comes to like ace categories. You can, what's the quickest
Oh
time you
my
can beat
gosh.
this game in?
I think the
technically?
current world record
What the
is
fuck was that?
just over a minute.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different weird stuff.
Horse
that you
shit.
can glitch in there.
All right, so Dots is going for it now. He missed a part of the glitch called double tongue, so he wasn't in the glitch state that would have allowed him to try it. So he's just going to continue
Fuck.
on.
With a frame perfect trick.
Not losing too much time for either of them to
Dots
try
has chosen to activate Yoshi Flight, an interesting mechanic where he's able to fly as if he's just riding his cape like normal, but he has Yoshi with him. The reason he keeps sticking out his tongue is so that Yoshi doesn't turn around. Yoshi's actually not capable of facing the other direction while his tongue is out.
Really difficult room Truman doing here. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so this room right here that Truman just got done with, and that you'll see from Dots in a minute, requires a pretty good understanding of how your cape mechanics work, because it basically relies heavily on manipulating your flight timers to sort of line up in the right way. So I'm not sure whether or not Dots will go for that strat, or whether or not he'll just take the early fire flower and do it. With
I didn't press that button. That was
This is a
horseshit.
pretty common choice to make right here, where you scroll the screen so the fireballs are a little more out of the way.
It's interesting to see the difference in approaches here between Dots and Truman. Truman kind of going for some riskier strats. Dots playing a little bit more conservatively. It'll be interesting to see who finishes on top with that strategy. One of the costliest bosses here to not have a fire
I'm telling you how many
flower.
times I've died to those freaking orangutans. I could
Saves
just
about
skip
how
right
much
past
time?
them like that. Mother effer.
The fire flower for this one, I think it saves about
God
12
dang
seconds,
it.
maybe a little more. So coming up in this next stage, Truman is probably going to be going for Forest of Illusion 1 wings. He's going to do the same block duplication, a similar block duplication to what we saw in Vanilla Dome 1, where he duplicated a few blocks, and then we saw Yoshi wings that we weren't expecting.
I gotta get
In
another
this case,
SNES
he's actually,
controller.
instead of needing to create a glitched wings block, he's going to make use of the P-balloon block because of a strange property with the
It's
P-balloon
gotta be like one of the last
blocks, which is
levels, right?
that they're actually
Like
the
one of
same
the last
exact
worlds?
block as wings blocks, just based on what their X position is. So he's going to duplicate a block off to the side in hopes of getting Yoshi wings. But he's unfortunately going to have to do it over a pit.
Ah, fuck.
Not able to play
Yeah, he could have
Yeah.
tried it again, but he lost the
that. Lost the shell.
shell, so it was better off just to move on. It doesn't lose a lot of time going for that.
Ugh.
And honestly, you don't save a lot of time going for it either, but it's a really interesting strat, and done optimally, you can save up to 7 seconds, so
What's the swag rating of that strat?
pretty high. I think it's pretty high anytime you have a strat that saves very little time, but you
Fuck
know,
this,
can
man.
fail catastrophically. So once again, in the reputation of Super Mario World, yet another stage with a glitch. Truman is going to try to clip out of bounds using his Yoshi.
First try.
First try.
Try every time.
I cry every
First-
time.
First try.
It's going to be a big reset point for a lot of runners. There's an RNG factor where you can get pushed out attempting that clip, and there's not much you can do about it. So it's both execution and luck, and Truman getting it first try there is
All right,
really
well,
good for his
Aaron
team.
is just now wrapping up Ludwig's Castle, and we're going to be seeing him going into Forest
Ludwig's?
of
It's
Illusion 1,
Ludwig,
attempting the
boy.
wings as well. I don't think Dots
That's the
went for
RNG
them.
we're talking about. Dots pulling it off but getting pushed out, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for this strat, for clipping out of bounds,
The second try is really
Great job.
fine, though.
unfortunately for this strat, it's actually possible to manipulate the RNG in your favor, but you can never end up in a situation where you have a 100% chance of success.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate because that makes it a huge reset point for a lot of runners. There's been quite a lot of runs. Everyone has their war stories of being on fantastic PB pace and then getting knocked out of the wall 10 times in a row,
fucker.
and there goes, you know, a full minute.
Yeah, and that clip saves a considerable amount of time. I mean, this is a
Does.
long, winding swimming level that takes a long time to do as intended. There is a easier clip you can do, and you could learn at home probably in 5 minutes, but that's still 30 seconds longer than doing what they did.
Absolutely.
Now, coming up on the next level on
D,
the side, he's
K.
got to perform what we call a Roy fly.
Donkey Kong.
He'll have to perform flight in between the middle of a bunch of potatos. Perform the dive at the exact right time, otherwise it's into the
Thought I
lava.
could make that
So
jump.
we have
Clearly I
Aaron here
fucking
going
couldn't.
for Forced Evolution 1 wings. And he
Yeah.
gets
Yes.
the wings, and he grabs them. Great job.
Nice job by Aaron.
Really well done. So this stage, it's intended that you ride
Oh,
the block
no.
snake at the bottom, and it's an extremely slow block snake and very difficult. But with some very careful use of your cape, you can actually avoid all of the obstacles that are in your way.
One of the most satisfying tricks in SMW to learn, I think, just because it looks so cool. And it's not as hard as it possibly looks. Although messing it up is not good.
Aaron getting
Aaron-
the clip very easily in Forced Evolution 2.
Wow.
Great job, Aaron.
Only one additional clip attempt between 3 runners is really impressive.
Ah, shit. Forgot
Dots
about
doing
this
a
guy.
Roy fly now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Making it look easy.
Another great Roy fly from Dots.
I don't know if it's on purpose or not, brother made me scared.
Nice. Nicely done.
Damn it.
World 5 in Super Mario World is very much a sticking point for runners. We were talking about that. Everything seems to be going well so far for all of these runners.
Absolutely. I mean, we're probably like 15 seconds apart, 20 seconds apart maybe. What coming up off?
Ah,
you think
come
could
on.
Possibly sway the game in anybody's favor.
Well, right now, Truman is going for a stage, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare you. It is very high on the swag rating.
Okay.
The reason for that is because it saves 1 in-game second if you succeed, and loses quite a lot of time if you fail it. But fortunately, it's quite free. You'll notice that Truman is now flying through the stage much faster than he should be capable of doing. But it's because he was able to conserve his flight trigger as he goes through the
Excuse
pipe
me.
cannon, so it fired him out at a much faster speed and allowed him to fly on the other end of it. As far as stages that we can see that might cause some problems, World 6 Castle is definitely a huge issue for a lot of runners. It's very challenging to pull off. This stage right here, people have been known to have some trouble. It's very difficult.
Ah, did it again.
So Aaron's going to really quickly grab another cape and take another shot at it. The Roy Fly is incredibly challenging.
Takes just one incorrectly performed pump to end up hitting one of those potobos and then unfortunately losing your game.
Yeah, it's very subtle movement differences that can make a huge issue for that technique. You end up flying through that room, bonking your head on the ceilings at very specific times, and the issue with that is that if you mistime one of your bonks, then your dive bomb isn't ready for you right when you need it to go underneath all those potoboos.
And different flight speeds can affect kind of how long of a distance you cover with each pump, which can make it tighter or looser in terms of wind to be able to do that dive bomb. So it takes a lot of reaction to kind of adjust to all of those different factors.
So a
And
special feature for all castles is that you pick up this Yoshi here in Chocolate Island 2, and the reason for that is he needs to hold on to that all the way up to Valley of Bowser 2, where he's going to use actual real Yoshi wings this time,
Oh,
intended by the
legal
developers.
ones.
Yes.
Wow.
Is it right here? Is it these? No.
We have a $200
think this
donation
is
from
next one's
Jose
coming
that
up.
says, my first memory was playing Super Mario World, so my first donation during the run is an incredibly relay. Seems so right.
So flying through this stage with Yoshi takes a lot of practice. It's not a situation that a lot of runners are used to. So
Yeah, it's cool seeing these different categories for SMW that change levels that runners are really missing and add, you know, new wrinkles to them.
I missed the
especially
G. I don't know
World
where it
5
was.
here is a big
Fuck,
one for
that was
them.
hard.
This All Castles one compared to No Star World.
Right.
Trick.
Yeah, that's a big issue with Super Mario
Oh,
World
God.
is that the variety of different states the level can be in, whether or not you have Cape, whether or not you have Yoshi, whether or not you've beaten Special World, whether or not you've hit certain Switch Palaces, makes it really easy for just subtle changes in the route or changes in the goals to make completely different categories.
Oh, come
Nice
on.
pipe fly by Aaron.
Definitely.
Bullshit.
Just as we come to the end of this relay, I do just want to encourage everybody to just go through the list of the people running in this relay and just follow them all. They're all really great runners. I watch almost all of them on a regular basis, and they're just, you know, so talented. I think you guys could probably all notice that from how
God
close
damn it.
this race is up to this point.
Oh, fuck that.
So interesting to note here about Choco Ghost House, to stay above this fishing boo in the
This
middle
game
of
is
the stage is
genuinely
really
hard as
difficult.
shit.
What you don't see is there's a pipe.
Ooh. Now we may be seeing some catching up from Team Birdo here with Truman losing Cape here.
Yeah, he's going to have to choose a slightly different strategy here. He was trying to Cape cancel. Oh, okay. Just wanted to hold my breath for that.
Visions of what game I could choose Author Blues is just running
No,
through
you're
his head
fine.
as he
You're
looks
fine.
there. Both in the same castle now, getting even closer.
Ugh.
This is a
That's when they start
clear
flying in, right?
opportunity for Dots to close the gap
Yeah.
just a little
And
bit.
there's gonna be
He's,
one.
Still got his Cape. He's got the opportunity now to
Fuck.
close this gap quite a lot.
So where will Truman be getting a new Cape?
Well, the very next stage, right at the beginning of it, there's another Cape
Yeah.
for him, and that won't be a
Sucks.
huge problem. But
Fucking
playing
A,
this castle
dude.
without a Cape, I mean, hands down, in any no Cape, no Star World category, or in any no Cape, no Star World run, this is definitely one of the more difficult stages.
Yeah. As you see Dots kind of flying through a lot of those cycles that you normally would have to platform through. Both of them on the same boss screen at the same time, just getting even closer. Nice. I mean, we are under 10 seconds apart, I think.
I don't think any of these players are going for sandbar clip.
No, probably not. It would take him a completely different direction.
Why did I suddenly slow down?
So coming up
Bullshit.
right now, we've got them going in a sunken ghost ship. It's a relatively long level, but the nice thing is all these runners are really competent at 96 exit. I would say that that's probably, with the exception of maybe Aaron, their preferred category, and Aaron's still really competent at 96 exit. Yoshi in
That's kinda
sunken
bullshit.
ghost ship is sort of like the default.
It's not like Mario where I can, like, as long as, like,
That's the default approach to the stage, and so I think that they're not going to have any trouble with that going forward. Even going into Valley of
Okay,
Bowser
we got
1,
the checkpoint, that's
Yoshi is
good.
going to be a welcome.
I thought it was
A
gonna
welcome
be
reality.
like,
Do you want to explain how
yeah,
they
I
despawn this
forgot I
weekend
couldn't hit
coming
those
up?
guys.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be
hopefully
like
that's what
Mario,
we're
where as
going
long
to
as you
see.
just, like,
So,
hit their head, they died. I didn't realize I had to
these blue
actually
clouds,
be jumping.
You'll notice Truman just knocked himself off of Yoshi twice. That was intentional, and you'll see Dots and Aaron do the same. He's basically trying to time out how the blue cloud despawns itself. You'll notice that it fades in and fades out. There's a certain trigger in the stage where the blue cloud is supposed to stop appearing. But if you can get the blue cloud to appear one more time, you
Well
can
done.
despawn a boo ring that's right where he is right now. It's supposed to complement the other boo ring that you're seeing right now. But basically what you want to do is you want to make the boo ring last, or the boo cloud last as long as possible, so that it despawns at the right time to take the boo ring with it.
Both Truman and Dots despawning the boo ring with no issue there.
Aaron's probably making the smart choice to not do
Oh my.
the cape
Crusher
cancel
skip.
through the crusher. It's pretty consistent, but there are some flight speeds where
on,
just
horseshit.
no matter what you do, there are some flight
Oh,
speeds
damn
where
it.
no matter what he does,
Like I didn't trigger.
he ends
That's
up in a
interesting.
situation where he can,
Oh, boy. No! Why must you do this to
where he
me?
won't make the crusher skip.
Or
I heard.
Valley of Bowser, definitely a challenging world in a lot of different categories for a lot of different reasons.
With the amount of time that's between Aaron and the other runners, we're probably going to see all three of them in the Bowser fight at the same time. It's incredibly likely that that's going to end up being where we are.
That's crazy.
Especially if either of these two
Oh, fuck, I
end
forgot
up
about those
making
guys.
even a single mistake throughout the course of the rest of this run. We're going to see all three runners on the final boss of the final game at the same time. I think that's amazing.
5 games in.
We have a $50 donation from Audie's that says, I always prefer to donate during Mario runs at GDQ. Gotta love the plumber and friends. Kill the Bowsers. Save the animals.
Oh boy.
So right here, Truman's going to take Yoshi through
Damage
this
boost.
room, and he's going to get the Yoshi.
That's all I got for that is an
wings
extra
in
life?
this
Wow.
Stage early. As
Thought I got
mentioned
something
before,
more.
Yoshi wings,
What else would I get?
obtain the normal exit of whatever stage you beat. He's going to leave the Yoshi behind because he's not particularly useful now.
Another nice part about the All Castles run versus the No Star World run is there's a trick called Sandbar Clip there that is probably the most difficult trick in the run, or one of the most difficult, and it's right at the end of the run. All Castles, we don't have that run ender coming up here, which is really nice. I wouldn't want to see a 5-game race come down to one trick. That's really
Oh,
difficult
fuck
to
me.
pull off.
Keep forgetting to jump
Let's
up there
see
so I can
how
get
he gets
that.
up to this key right here. And a clean
Nice.
slide through. Fantastic.
And Dots gets door fly
Dots
out
went
of
for
the door.
door fly. So Dots did a slightly different setup. He
Ugh.
maintained his flight trigger through the door. Wonderful job. He maintained his flight trigger through the door in the first room and opted to fly through the stage. All right, so Truman just took a moment to scroll the screen to the left. That was an intentional time loss so that he could skip the first 2 pencils, the skewers.
Oh boy.
Scrolls the screen back again. Oh my god.
Wow.
No! What the fuck was that?
Really good job.
That was an amazing. This room in the entirety of the game is probably one of the most challenging and
Oh my
technical
God.
rooms to do quickly.
Dots
And
getting
Truman,
hit.
Truman just pulled off the fastest variant of that stage.
Dots losing 2 capes.
I'm thinking door 3 for Dots then.
Yeah, Dots will almost certainly be taking door 3 in Bowser's Castle. It's a slight departure from what you would see from a lot of speedruns, but by having door 3, he can pick up an extra cape, or in this case,
Oh,
a
fuck.
cape. Truman is going to
Oh, fuck, what the fuck?
both capes to be able to take also a slightly different route through Bowser's Castle than a lot of people see. Oh, you don't have both? I thought I saw a second cape in. Oh no, never mind.
No door 5 this time.
You know what?
Okay, fuck this,
Don't worry
dude.
It's Truman's race to lose now for Team Boom Boom. He's got a considerable lead here, and as long as everything goes well with the Bowser fight, it should be Team Boom Boom in first.
That
All right,
means
so he's going to be going through door 7 in this case.
Unable to maintain his speed to get fly early on in the room, but able to recover nicely.
Definitely.
The dark room, no reason to turn on the lights. That takes time.
It also lags the game a little bit,
It is like a disco light, so
and we're not here for a party.
yeah. Okay, Truman going on into Bowser.
So Dots went and grabbed the hidden cape that's in that stage.
Ugh.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh my.
Do you want to explain a bit about Cape Kill?
Yeah,
That
so
was interesting.
the normal operation for this
Is that it?
fight
Is that
is
the level?
to get the
No,
Mega
of course
Koopas,
not.
and you want to drop them on Bowser's head, which is what you're seeing here.
That's the
You
level.
can save time actually by hitting the Mecha Koopas right as Bowser
One more and
throws
then
them
there's
out,
gonna be a
so they
save
hit
point,
him
right? There's
on
gotta
his
be
head,
after that.
as he's throwing them, and that's a,
Oh
that's
my
a pretty
gosh.
significant time save. Optimal non-cape kill versus optimal cape kill is something like 12 seconds different, so it really does add up. Truman's going here for a strategy we refer to as ball skip. In this phase right here,
Oh, he said
Bowser
balls.
drops 2 bowling balls.
Ah,
But
fuck
if you
you,
drop
dude.
the second Mecha Koopa, or if you
Alright,
drop
that's
that Mecha
right
Koopa on his head right as he's stopping to drop the second bowling ball, he like forgets.
There's no way he has room for that bowling ball in there. Truman going into the last phase of Bowser now.
We're getting really close.
Oh, come on.
Time is going to be when Peach appears coming out of Bowser's clown car.
Ooh.
We're very close.
Oh,
Dot's also going for ball skip here. Doesn't
Oh,
know any
fuck
of that
this,
for it.
dude.
So he pulled that off correctly.
Here we go.
And Truman finishes off
And
Bowser, and Team Boom Boom wins.
Right there.
oh! Shit!
All right, Dots is still heading.
Fuck, I
into
gotta
the
do all
third
that
phase of
again.
Bowser, right as Aaron's going to be entering Bowser's castle. So we're actually very close still. Aaron's going to be entering Bowser's castle with both of his capes, which means we may actually get to see the really cool strategy in door 5. I'm not sure whether or not he's going to go for it or stick with what he feels more comfortable with. He is a very skilled any percent runner, and he may feel more confident in door 7. I'm not sure. No, he's
Nice
going
job
for it
by
right here.
Dots.
He's going for the damage boost.
Just enough iframes to get past.
That saves a pretty significant amount of time over doing door 5 the normal way, and saves time even over doing door 7 the normal way that you would see from a speedrunner.
All eyes on Team Reznor. Come on, Aaron, bring it home.
Finish this off, Aaron.
Come on. Good run there.
This has been an incredibly close relay. It's so hard to believe that after 5 games, we're going to end up with all of our teams ending within 4 minutes of one another. I think that that's just unbelievable and speaks volumes to the skill and consistency of our runners that we have here today.
100%. There's
Ah,
not one
fuck.
runner in this marathon that you should not be following. This race was really amazing. And
If
honestly,
you like
it's so
Mario
impressive.
games, these are your people.
And
15 of the top 2D Mario runners.
And many of them run a variety of these games. They're not just sticking to one Mario game.
So yeah, guys, once again, major shout outs to all of these amazing runners, and shout outs to our couch commentators giving such great entertainment. Also, major shout outs to our tech and audio crew
Yeah.
for getting this
Oh,
all
fuck me.
set up for you guys.
What's next on the schedule for this? I guess we'll see.
No big deal.
NBD, as the kids say.
What happened to him was actually a very common mistake. If you turn
Ah,
around,
fuck.
if you don't turn around before you touch the side of the screen for the first hit in the second
Alright,
phase, you can
fuck
accidentally
you,
pull Mario
and
away
fuck
from the
you.
wall, which you would have no way of really knowing that that's happening. Just because
Ah,
of the
fuck
fact
this,
that it's
dude.
off screen at the time. So it's very easy
These
to drop
hitboxes
the
suck.
Mega Koopa, and not realize that you're not dropping it anywhere near his head.
Oh.
Boy.
Team Reznor with 2:47.12. Team Birdo
Ah,
with
fuck.
2:44.23. And congrats to Team Boom Boom for 2:43.40.
What's next? Oh, they're almost at 1 million. I donated $40 this morning.
Fantastic job, guys. Definitely one of the most interesting relay races I've ever seen. This is Summer Games Sunquake 2017. And after this, we have Metroid Fusion.
Ah, Metroid Fusion, alright. That answers my question. Good, extra life, I could definitely use that. What the fuck was that?
I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna kick it off to a sponsor with Twitch. Please stay tuned.
Fuck you! I want to change my Twitch username to Meme Queen. I think it'd be cool if there was like a there was like an Undertale inspired speed run of just various games. They call them like True Pacifists, where the routing is like you're not supposed to, like, you don't kill anybody. You don't kill any enemies in the routing. I think that'd be pretty cool. Shit me, bro.
And welcome
Is that
back
gone?
to Summer Games Sunquake 2017.
Yeah, it's
I
gone.
just wanted to let you guys know that we just got
So
a
is
new
that.
incentive, a
It's funny.
bonus game, if you will, which will replace our setup block number 4 with any % with kiln skip run of Dark Souls by Bubbles del Fuego. If you want this bonus game to happen,
that was actually pretty
you
funny.
need $50,000. And right now, some people are already donating. We have 1,700 right now. So if you want to see some more Dark Souls,
Oh, what the fuck?
go ahead and donate now.
That was close. I don't know what just happened, but that was close. It's probably like dust in my controllers or some shit.
And we are still not yet with our incentive for Final Fantasy VII Omni/Sephiroth. We're at $20,000. We're at $17,000.
Give me like bananas for that if I already have it. Come on.
So, you know, if you want Spike Vegeta to be really awesome and beat Sephiroth with a really cool move, 'cause let's be honest, he's got to go in style. Donate now.
I missed the O, I think, so.
I'm going to read a couple
Doesn't even
of
matter if I get the
donations
other
that
ones.
obviously I did not get to go through. I apologize. We had a lot.
No point
We
risking
actually
it.
had a $4,500
Shit.
donation from Edward. I may be as old as this franchise, but Mario games are still amongst my favorite games. I will probably miss the run, but put this money towards Spike, giving Sephiroth the omniest of slashes. Oh, perfect. We had a $200 donation from Keen K Funk that says, this is for my grandma and me. She has become a huge GDQ fan over the past years, so here's to a great cause. $100 from Mama Cab that says, good luck, Mr. Cab. We love you, Mama and Papa Cab.
Next
$200
is
from
Super
Anonymous that says,
Metroid.
you guys are awesome.
Oh boy.
We have a $1,000 donation
Nice.
from Seraphy. Says, wow, I heard Grandpoo Bear has no legs. Thank you for the applause. But sure loves marbles, marbles, marbles. Good luck to Pooh and Team Birdo, and the other runners too, I guess. Donation goes to the naming city.
And the other runners too, I
after his amazing
guess.
slasher
Fuck
run
this.
morning. Remember, Pooh, no spaghetti today. Pooh love.
Pooh love.
We have a $200 donation from Tuxedo Junction that says, keep it classy.
Oh, fuck this.
$100 from Turtle Freak that says, just wanted to show my support during the Mario Relay. Good luck to all the teams. $100 from Loop that says, I've been looking forward to this Super Mario Relay race all week long. Finally. Little Birdie donates $100 saying, "This makes my heart happy."
Okay.
Thank you.
I got donkey.
We have a $1,000 donation from Nero7. Got another one. Keep them coming. A great cause, great games, and amazing runners. What an amazing thing to watch.
Fuck this, bro!
$200 from Cartoon that says, "You guys rock." $25 from Anonymous that says, "Shout out to Darby and Kuria," that says, "You two are part of why I started learning speedrunning."
Come on. There we go.
We have a $150 donation from Corey41 that says, "Save the animals."
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Monsters.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
$400 from Blake that says, "I get to support a great cause and the hobby I love." Cool. Cool.
What
All
are
right,
the
guys,
games so
I
far?
am gonna finally take a break. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm gonna hand it over to my next host, but they'll have to tell you who they are if they want to.
Gee, it sure was nice of GDQ to give me another hosting shift, eh, Luigi?
I hope they have lots of donations.
What up, GDQ? It's your boy Mike Feedback, back once again to host this surprise fusion run with JRP.
Alright, I'm gonna play
I'm covering for a
Super
shift, so it's great to be
Super
back, and I'm
Mario
excited
Kart.
as hell to see you all once again. So GDQ chat, great to be back. Let's go ahead and get down to business, though, shall we? We have a $50 donation from Miles84 that says, "Congratulations to a fantastic Super Mario Relay race by all runners. It was a thrill to watch start to finish. Now I'm looking forward to the Metroid Fusion 0% run. Here's hoping it doesn't accidentally turn into a 1% run."
This is gonna be my first time playing this game, so let's see how it goes. Oop, did not mean to grab that.
We have a $25 donation.
There
from
I
Brian
am.
Spence that
Hey,
says,
everyone.
"Waiting for this epic comeback to happen by Team Birdo. Rally shots in honor of our boy Grand Bear."
Alright.
We have a
Oh, God, that
$50
looks
donation
terrible
from
in
Anonymous
OBS.
that says, "Had to donate during the Mario Relay. I've been looking forward to this all week. Let's get to 1 million. Go Team Boom Boom." By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are just under 33,000 from $1 million. And I don't know about you, but with the length of this upcoming 0% run, I think we can break that big 1 mil. So let's make it happen.
Let's see.
We have a $150
let's see.
donation from Anonymous that says, "First time watching live and donating. Super Mario World is my favorite game ever and the first one I ever beat. Love watching you guys
B.
destroy it. Ditch Yoshi, but save the animals."
Grand Prix.
By the way,
Alright,
once
let's
again,
50.
shout-outs to both GDQ chat
There
and
we go.
GDQ attendees, our incredible technical staff, all of the runners, and
We'll go
everyone who
with,
has helped to make Games Done Quick this
go
year
Mario.
an absolute success. You guys are the reason that we come back and do this every single year, so give yourselves a huge round of applause. And nobody claps for themselves. The self-deprecation is real. We have a $250 donation from David140 that says, "What do you call a group of physicians who don't have any instructions on what to do?"
Oh,
Doctors
jeez.
without orders. Donation goes to Reader's Choice.
Oh, God.
One moment.
Not used to this at all. Motherfucker. This is a bit different from Mario Kart 8. Holy shit.
We have a $10.79 donation from Bust and Smash that says, "I just explained the concept of donating to MSF to my 7-year-old, and he just had to donate every last cent he has." Aww. So here it is. Don't worry. I think I can
Oh, that's
reimburse
how.
him. That's sweet. Thank you so much,
Get
Bust
outta
and
here.
Smash. We have a $150 donation from Thanda that says, "Sitting on the couch on a quiet summer evening and very thankful for my wife for putting up with me gasping at the feats of skill by all the runners.
This is
I love
hilarious.
runners, and thank you, Harmony, for
Yes, I'll
letting
give
me
up.
watch
Fuck
big
this.
stream."
Oh my gosh. Oh, what game can I play?
We also have another
I was gonna play Paper
$250
Mario.
donation from Anonymous that says, "Go Birdie, go Birda, go Birdo, go Birdo!" They didn't win, but they did win.
64, Mario 64.
We have a $50 donation from
Bros.
Lord Licorice that says props to the
Zelda,
runners and extra
Zelda,
props to the
Pokemon
commentators
Snap.
for clearly explaining all the crazy tricks. I'll donate another 25 if Arthur Blues gives us his best Captain Lou Mario impression.
Should we go with 64?
We have a $250 donation from Dr. Anonymous. I remember my kids playing Super Mario back when they were little. They're all grown now.
guess I'll
but
just
never
watch,
forget those happy memories. As a doctor, I have
I'll
an
just watch
incredible amount of
SGDQ.
respect for what MSF
Thanks guys for
does.
stopping
I
by.
couldn't think of a better
Peace.
cause to donate towards. Put 150 towards saving the animals and